Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of OAF Discussions. I'm your host, Kid Swift. With me as always, Mr. Brent.
Doing it for the culture today.
Yeah.
Shayna.
Just be honest. All these things look like a Build-A-Bay.
And Webb.
It looked like he died, and it's like, well, I don't care.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of OAF Discussions. I'm your host, Kid Swift. The man with the gift here to uplift, always on time and never switching shifts. With me as always is the Dashiki Don Dada, Mr. Brent.
You know it, man. Can I get a woo? Ric Flair, woo!
Woo!
Everybody listening.
Yeah, everybody at home. In your cars, in traffic. Just yell
Wherever
that if
you
you're
are,
at the office.
right now. If you're on the treadmill, right now. Give me a Ric Flair. Give me one clap and a Ric Flair, woo!
And
Woo!
to my left, as always, his spider suit may be in the cleaners, but it is Overthinking's very own Miles Morales, Mr. Webb.
What's going on with you?
Not much, man. How you doing?
You kind of got an inkling
Yeah,
from when I came in. I'm a little frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm hitting Google right now to try to troubleshoot this shit, but yeah.
Very nice. And last but not least, the man who's going to save us from Donald Trump, Mr. BTG for president. What is going on, brother?
Oh man, I'm just trying to find a healthy breakfast.
I did.
It's hard out there in these streets. I'm tired of eating fast food.
I don't blame you.
The Waffle King himself.
Waffles is better than pancakes, and MJ is better than Prince. I'm here for the smoke.
Wait, what was the second part? Wait, what was the second
He said
part?
MJ is better than Prince, and Waffles is better than pancakes.
It's entirely too early for this.
Right.
It is.
It's too
Let's
o'clock.
go.
But
All
I
right.
am BTG, your professional Californian. Please vote for me.
Yes.
Here's my only question, BTG. When we gonna get the cabinet, man? Who's the VP? Who's the
Well,
gunners
see,
out there? You know what I'm saying?
It's so many. It's a long list of. I mean, I tell you this much. I can be bribed. So
All I'm saying, if I'm not on the
throw me
staff,
like-
we're gonna have an issue. All right.
no, I'm saying, of course, Louisville is gonna be up in there.
I'm just saying.
I
I ain't
wanna
on
I
the
love
staff.
hearing people. I love hearing people that's not from Kentucky describe or pronounce Louisville.
I
It's
know.
just I love it
I love it too.
because there's never just one. It's never just one way of saying it.
No, there's like 15.
Oh yeah, I definitely say Louisville.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't know if that's right. If I slandered it, I apologize. But we
You
definitely
good, man.
say Louisville.
No, you're good.
Mm-mm,
I know, you good.
it's
No
just,
tables being
it's just
flipped over
I get
here.
a kick out of it.
It's just one of those things where everybody has their own way to say it.
You know,
okay.
my class last week was like Louisville.
Oh wow.
Louisville. I was like,
I would have took offense to that.
Right.
don't ever. If you gotta say it how you spell it, don't say it to me. Okay.
If you add in extra S's, if you're stumbling over the S's,
Yeah.
you might have a problem. But yeah, with that being said, how's everybody doing? Brent, how are you doing, sir? We'll start with you.
Man, oh man. I'm good. All right. I might be over here whipping some pots and pans real quick because I'm hungry as hell. But things is good. Getting ready for this 100th episode next week.
Yeah.
I got some stuff in store.
Nice.
I may have made my grandmother sad because I had to cancel a golf scramble.
I thought you were going to
just so-
say I may have my grandmother on. I was going
Oh,
to say,
hell no.
oh, man.
No. Well, tell you what, that might be the funniest episode you ever
It
got.
probably would be.
And that might be the last episode I be on. Like, one of the two.
Right, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You just plug
100
her
episodes,
in.
I'm out.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
100
she don't
episodes,
do
I'm done.
media anyway. I think she still thinks that. No,
Is this the same one that still thought you was like putting your dick on social media or something? on that
Yo.
Howard episode?
Yup.
Whoa,
Oh,
Yup.
yeah. I remember that episode.
Yep.
That's really funny.
I didn't know we was gonna bring that back up, man. I thought we were just gonna leave it in the archive. But
I love a good
look, it's
callback.
on wax.
It's
It's definitely
funny.
out there in the atmosphere now.
Yeah. Oh no. It's, but or is it?
That's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that was a whole thing one time that she basically gave me life lesson, was like, hey, don't be putting your dick out there. All right? Don't
Baby,
upload
be
your
sure
dick
you
out
check
there.
your firewall.
Right? It's like,
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks,
Because you
Grandma.
could get something, all right?
Thanks,
you know what I'm
Grandma.
saying?
Appreciate
Talking like the internet's gonna give you herpes or something.
Right.
But,
Baby,
you
be
know
sure
how-
you
you know
delete
how
cookies
rumors-
when you close out.
Right. Yeah. Why is my grandma on IT? I don't
Rumors travel
understand.
now.
Hey,
now
yeah.
that topic is out here in LA. So, you know, I'm like, damn, I'm be at Roscoe like, damn, you hear about President?
Hey, I'm giving people straight savage game responses like he
That's
did.
so
Oh man, I seen some tweet. He was talking about riding around in Maseratis and stuff like that. And then somebody tweeted him like, "Yo, you still make music?" He was like, "Yeah." As I riding around, dicking your mom and some, I was like, "Yo, this
That wasn't even
savage."
that was way unnecessary.
Right. Yeah, he's just
Hey, he don't play. That man don't play.
Just ask you
It's class
I
game.
just asked how your day was.
Right,
It's like,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? No, don't. Not with the game.
That's so funny. That's
Assume
really
it was great. Because you
From
gonna
a
get some
distance.
smoke. Yeah, from a distance.
Right.
After I seen that dude playing on the court with the tool on him, I was like, "Yep, game's real G."
That's funny.
If you hooping with the gun on you, on the waist, on your hip,
Yeah.
I ain't calling foul.
Right. Right. Yeah. No. You can have it. It's fine.
You got it out, no problem. Check it up. You got it up at the top, man. You got it up at the top.
That's great.
We ain't even
and
doing
one.
post.
And one. You
And
got-
one.
And one.
I didn't even touch you. I didn't even touch you, but you get and one for that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I want no smoke like that.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, with that
How
being
about
said, BTG, how you doing, brother? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. When was the last time? Hey, yo, I was in my other place when we recorded. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hey, new places moving up.
That was yeah.
That's when we were kicking Justin Timberlake while he was down.
Yeah.
Uh,
Because we
Oh, he
had because it was because we had what was it
Ball Sports.
yeah, we had Boss Horse on, yeah.
He's not
Yeah.
able to make it yet. If he does become available, I will add him to the call.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm still waiting. He did hit me up. He's taking care of a family thing at the moment.
Word.
I understand that.
That's what's up.
You know.
No, nothing. I've been you know, here and there. Got a basketball tournament today. Finish it out. If we win, then we go up against a team that smacked us by 20. I
Yo.
had 2 anxiety attacks last. What else? Other than that, life has been good.
2 anxiety attacks.
Word.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yo, we gonna rap another day off camera about the episode about where you get stuck, sleep, and you're paralyzed.
Oh, sleep paralysis.
Oh yeah.
Sleep paralysis. We're gonna rap
Yeah,
about that another day.
Yeah,
Like
I've been having that since I was like in the 3rd, 4th grade. That I can remember. So I don't know what
that was
It's
that was an
scary.
interesting episode to hear. Like
This is a more somber episode than I thought this was going to start off as.
Right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, really.
No, so somebody's getting some smoke today. Somebody's getting some smoke today. Even if I gotta say I'm a KD fan, like somebody's getting some smoke today.
man.
Like I don't care.
Cavs see ghosts.
Just throw out some random stuff. Well, that's what's up, man. Glad to have you back, brother. I guess I'll go.
Why not? You
I always throw it to you last, and I'm always so used to that rhythm that I don't want to throw it off. But
I don't know why. No, so I'm asking why you guessing.
I know, yeah. Well, that's true too. That makes
Creature
more
habit,
sense.
Check notes. Who's next?
no,
Myself.
Things are being good. Some really good things, hopefully, will be happening soon. Been talking to some people about some money. Brent knows what I'm talking about.
Talk about it.
But
But not literally talk about it.
yeah,
I
no,
got
we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I'll have something to
Ounce.
confirm soon, and might be relocating. But we'll see what's up. Other than that, work's been good. Can't complain too much. Finished the house music project that I've been working on.
Okay.
It's gonna be 7 tracks.
Of course.
Oh
No, I'm not going to.
Kanye.
I'm not going too far. I
See
know.
what you did there.
Hey, I'm. Hey,
Mr. West.
I'm always. Anytime I've always wanted to do something, even when I did like Lines in the Dark, which was years ago now.
Oh, okay.
Yo, we got another fan.
Yeah, really?
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I played it.
When we did that one was like 7 tracks. It's like I always feel more comfortable, at least on my own,
That was
'Cause-
9.
trying to. Was it 9?
I think it was 9.
Damn.
Alright,
No,
so-
remastered was 7. First
Yeah.
one was 9.
Yeah, that's right. I trimmed off some stuff.
Yeah, he pulled
I
it out.
trimmed.
He was like,
I pulled
nah,
a couple. I
no
pulled a
more.
couple off.
That's hilarious. A deluxe edition is just, it's 9 tracks.
Yeah, it's got less. Yeah, exactly. Deluxe
Hey,
edition still
but-
doesn't even
but
break
the-
double digits.
It was better. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely nicer.
But
All right, well then, if you got a new project coming out, I'm gonna need you to say some problematic shit on the timeline. Then.
I know I'm about to say some crazy shit.
So you know,
Uh-oh.
immigration is wait, nah,
You
wait,
too,
let
right?
me wait,
Yeah.
let me wait,
Yeah,
let me back off.
You gonna get me suplexed by my girlfriend? I can't have that.
Hey, man.
They go like, dang, did you hear what he said?
Right.
Right.
That's what you're going to hear up in your city.
Exactly.
Like, yo, y'all hear about Kid Swift?
But
This
yeah.
motherfucker talking about deportation. his lady.
Oh,
goodness.
man.
Did you hear he racist?
Yeah, like that.
I heard him talk about put up a wall twice.
Right.
I heard he doubled
He
up his
voted for
takeage on. I heard he doubled his dosage of Ambien.
Right, yeah. Let the racism flow through you.
You know what I'm saying? That's how he wrote the project. He was
Oh,
on
man.
Ambien the whole time, all race lace.
But yeah, like if you like old school kind of like Detroit house, I hope you will enjoy this. Yeah, but I'll be talking more about it soon.
I got a track on there called "If I Can't Say It, No One Should."
I'm gonna name one of them just that.
It's
See?
all one loop. You
See,
know what I'm saying? Straight one loop.
right? Yeah.
You know what I'm
See, this is
saying?
the nice thing about doing an album where it's like house, where there's like minimal vocals and it's mostly instrumental. Is that I can just the names can be whatever the fuck. The most random shit I come up with.
Splice in some crazy shit. All right,
Right.
That's getting looped.
It's
That
like that-
sounds like a choice to me.
Right? Yeah.
That
just-
sounds like a choice to me.
Or that, you know what it makes me think of? You remember that episode of Family Guy when they were doing the dingo and the baby thing, and that part from Malcolm X? just
Yeah,
came out.
this is a random ass clip from Malcolm X.
Dude, that was the funniest shit. He was like, "What the hell was that?"
I don't know. I just started pressing buttons. It was already there.
Right? Yeah. Oh man, but yeah. Other than that, man, I can't complain. I'm gonna hopefully
what
try
are
to
we-
come up with some weird music video ideas for it.
Okay, so are we waiting on a release?
Yeah, because what I want to do is have like it completely. The cover's done. I sent that to you guys today just to kind of like show it to you guys before I like put it out there, which I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to put it out there, and then I'm gonna hopefully do like maybe 1 or 2 music videos. Like again, by it being mostly instrumental and I'm not performing on it, I want the videos to be like whatever the fuck like I can come up with.
Fair enough.
Because then I can just kind of like have another creative side visually that just kind of like the music is just kind of like carrying through.
We got another sandstorm coming out by
No,
the Rude.
right, yeah. So I'm hoping to do that, and then that way when it does come out, there's video, everything's done, and it can just be flooded out there. And
Okay.
just hopefully, and we'll see. Hopefully,
Let me
get a chance to.
let me know if y'all hear this in the background. I'm adding Dave.
All right. Then.
Okay.
Y'all keep talking. My bad.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So we'll see what happens. It'll be soon, definitely. Like I said, just gotta finish the arrangements and everything, and then we'll be good to go. But
Okay.
yeah. Other than that, like I said, can't complain. Same old shit. But yeah. With that being said, Webb, how you doing, brother?
I'm a little frustrated. I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with this car.
Yeah.
That shift the park issue. I'm trying not to be on Google right now to figure it out so I can leave.
Shift apart.
Yeah, he's having a.
When I'm for some reason it didn't start.
Transmission slipping.
Yeah, or something weird with the transmission. I'm gonna have to get that looked at. But the thing is, it's not even the car itself. It's just the dashboard. Like an error message keeps popping up saying to shift the park, even though I'm right there in park. So I just sit there and just gotta. So I'm sitting there back and forth with it just to trick it.
Until it properly communicates with the. Yeah. Yours sounds more computer. I'm hoping.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was
Can
telling.
you shoot me a text with your make and model, and then
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
I had a similar issue recently. I know, just random car talk, but it obviously has been affecting Webb's week.
shop top.
But I had a weird issue like probably about a month ago with my car where it wouldn't go in drive, but it would go in reverse. It was the weirdest thing. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. So I was So I was at work and I had I had to take one of the station cars home. But it was one of those things like where I had to like back. Like I was like, okay, because obviously like most of the time when you're in a parking space, you back out and then you turn, throw it in drive, and then you go home. So I like backed out and I was like, okay, this is where the car is now. So I had to like back around the parking lot and back
in
back
reverse.
Yeah. So yeah, it was
like a spin-off of Tokyo Drift or something.
Yeah,
no pun intended on spin-off.
Or like that weird traffic gif that's going around where that guy like drives down through traffic and then backs all the way up the ramp and then all the way down the highway and then all the way like into the parking lot he was going into. Yeah,
that's silly.
Like, well, I guess it's the way I drive my car now.
Well, with my experience with cars, with that situation that you got going on, you can only take it to two different mechanics. That is either the black guy with the cigarette, or you have to take it to the Asian guy.
That doesn't leave his mouth at all.
Yeah. So you might have to just take that to the Asian guy.
Oh, God.
He's a little bit more. Because if you take it to the black guy with the cigarette, it's going to be your carburetor.
That was I was about to sit there and jump into it. No, what the thing is right there, it's your carburetor right now.
And then if you fix your carburetor, your ignition switch is gonna go out.
Yeah.
It's like
definitely if you got a flat tire, he's gonna patch it up and he's gonna say it's your carburetor.
It's like
we're the black delegation,
right? Yeah,
that's what he said.
Like Eminem. It's like the LeBron thing where it's like Steph Curry, chicken curry, turkey curry. I don't give a damn. Cavs and 4.
Yeah, we got plenty of meat. Yeah, there's plenty of meat going on for LeBron.
And they got
now,
this week.
Right. Yeah.
What were you about to say?
No. Keep going. Going. Mine was off topic.
Well, no. Just to finish the week out, internet still got to get that set up. Got it waiting on an appointment with the internet people. But anyway, I decided to start watching the old DVDs I had.
Nice.
I didn't even open this. I forgot I had it. Like I got it as a gift for like 2 years ago, and it was Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Man, that movie was. I can't even say trash because I've seen worse.
Yeah.
But it's very mediocre.
Yeah.
And you could tell that was like a Bruckheimer movie too, and just everything about it just stunk of Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they were trying to do with that damn movie.
It was like watching a B or C action movie. Like what
weird.
You would think for like horror films. Like it's just gonna be bad, and you just watch it because it's entertainingly bad.
But you're kind of there for the jank. You're kind of there for the jankiness.
Like there's gonna be a ride, but it's not gonna. Okay, it's like taking the swings. Huh?
He said that. You said Hellraiser.
It's like taking what's if you go to a theme park, they have like the ones sometimes they're like the boats
Disney.
or teacups, and they just kind of get off the ground a little bit and they go up in circles. Like most of the time little kids are on them, but then every now and then you see like some parents on them. Like, my God, could you kill me now? Could this go Final Destination flip me off and go somewhere? Right? That's how it was. Like that's how that movie was. It was just like, my God, can everything just shut off? Could all my power go off so I don't have to watch this movie and not have to get up?
I just sit in the dark.
But
I don't want to physically have to get up
through it, and you're like, I mean, anytime now you could turn this off now. Like, yeah, we went around 3 times, we good here.
Right.
Bring us down, let us go. We're gonna go to bumper cars.
Right. Yeah. It's something I can control myself and take my frustrations of this ride out on somebody else's kid.
And it was so damn weird about that movie because especially like as far as the time trap or the reverse in time bit, it was all thanks to this dagger.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was like, well, why don't we just keep using it?
Well, it was like
for the rest of the movie. Like this would have been a short movie.
It was a limit.
Okay.
In the game, you had to refill, but it's hard to display that because the way he refilled it was through combat. So it's kind of weird. You can't have a meter in the top right corner of the movie.
Maybe that probably would have helped a little if they made it more of a like a more fighting element to it. But they kept adding little silly. I want to say like Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean type shit. It's a Bruckheimer movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like this unnecessary ass comedy where he just looks like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, right.
And it was just like,
yeah.
The video game character would never.
Yeah, they tried to make the points where you would break the game that you would laugh at actual comedic beats in a real movie, and that doesn't work really. No. Speaking of which, sorry, one more thing that I forgot on my week. that I did last night, I watched Thor Ragnarok. Holy shit.
Throw the whole host away. God damn it.
Incredible. That movie's hilarious.
We've been trying to tell you.
Dude, that movie is so fucking good. I still got to watch Spider-Man and Star Wars. So
let me say this. Dad, Ash Ketchum's dad's gonna come back before you finish all these movies. Like come on, bro. What is you doing, man?
It's fine. I like the retrospective because it's funny now. Like,
and that was very disrespectful on account of Father's Day next week.
Right, after watching,
he's coming back. That's all I'm saying.
After watching what's the name, Infinity War, and now going back and watch this. It's funny because it still works because the tone is so drastically different.
Right.
You don't you don't even think about oh, everything's gonna get sad.
Well, the thing is, despite all those jokes, the movie was kind of Ragnarok was pretty drastic.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
As far as everything that took place on there.
But the writing's so good. Goldblum was amazing. Just the
Waititi.
callback jokes and stuff. Korg, speaking of Waititi.
Yeah,
is amazing. He was hilarious. That whole part, back and forth, and his little buddy with the little bug with the knife hands.
Yeah. I love that damn rock paper scissors joke.
Yeah, that was great.
How that kept going back and forth, and just the main, one of those themes in the whole movie.
It was really good. And then Loki was great when he got hyped when Hulk beat the shit out of him. But no, that movie is that's what a comic book movie should be. Fun. Colorful, bright, in your face. And then obviously there's exceptions because some comics, Image Comics, DC, take a very tonally different route, and you can't have it all bright and colorful.
Well, unless you're doing Superman.
Right,
Yo.
but seeing...
Hey,
what's up?
Dave. We have Dave.
But seeing...
What's going on? Excuse me, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good, brother. You're good. Welcome. But the thing of seeing that world visually on screen, I want a video game and a whole trilogy in that world because it was so
well, be careful
crazy.
What you wish for, man. Because
I know that's the thing. Yeah, that's true.
So on that, once again, I must just fuck it. I was gonna sit there and just if I had to rate it, give it a bronze. Nah, I'm gonna just go and give Prince of Persia trash.
Okay, that works.
Oh, you giving Prince of Persia trash?
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to give that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give that movie a trash.
So,
with that said, I still think Mortal Kombat. What's that?
We haven't given anything trash in a while.
Not in a while. I'm getting pissed off remembering this movie and talking about it.
Yeah.
So that's why
that's
I
a good,
went.
That's
I
a good
went
trash indicator. That's a good trash
I'm
indicator.
gonna give it bronze.
I was gonna give it a bronze, but the more we kept talking about it, the more I kept getting pissed off watching this, and I was like, no.
If it makes you angry after the fact as you think about it, that's a good indicator that something was trash. Right. We can definitely.
So far, I haven't seen Tomb Raider, but so far, I think the best video game adaptation is the first Mortal Kombat from '96.
Okay, I'm trying to think of anything else. Trying to think.
I stayed in the liquor store playing that game too.
I guess that's a reverse.
Wait, they had that game in a liquor store?
Yeah, I don't know how that happened, but I remember the first time seeing it. It was inside the corner liquor store, and fuck Johnny Cage. I absolutely hate him. I hate everything about his character.
I was gonna say that would be a reverse is the Riddick situation, because that was one of those situations where it was an excellent game.
No, excellent movie, not a game.
No,
Pitch Black
game is
Pitch Black was
amazing.
good. The sequel, not so much.
It still was good.
The game, the Chronicles Riddick game was incredible.
Butcher Bay.
Yeah, Butcher Bay. Escape from Butcher Bay.
Then I'm gonna go with.
But I can't count that because that's, like I said, that's backwards. That wasn't game first, then movie. It was movie first, then made into a game, which usually ends up shitty. But that worked.
Oh, The Mummy.
Oh yeah.
They got it. The adaptate or that reboot was trash.
But
the game, but the game based on that reboot was actually dope.
It was better than
because it was kind of like a Contra. It was kind of like Contra, except
I got you.
Man,
I got one.
Can you do it?
Thank you. Kazam, or I was gonna go Aladdin or Lion King on the Genesis. Like, what we talking about?
God, that game is so fucking hard, man.
Hey, just because you can't beat it, don't mean it wasn't good.
That doesn't mean I know that.
Wait, Kazam had a video game?
I'm coming with smoke.
Hold on, Kazam had a video game, and this we're not counting Shaq Fu, right?
Yeah, not Shaq Fu, right? Hold on.
Ain't that coming back out?
Yeah,
there's a reboot, but no,
it's
it's talking about video game adaptations. I thought that threw me off for a second there, but nah. Prince of Persia trash. Those are the only two things that are going on right now for my week. So let me go ahead and pass that off to somebody.
Cool.
To the next.
We got one more person.
Yeah. With that said, let's let Dave tell us how he's been. What he's been up to. What's going on, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely.
It's funny. I was just sitting here listening to y'all, and it's funny you started talking about The Mummy because I just saw The Mummy like 2 days ago.
The newest one?
The newest one.
Yeah.
I just saw the newest one like 2 days ago.
Very nice.
Is that with Tom Cruise?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What was your thoughts?
Just to add to it, I didn't hate it like I thought I would.
Nice.
But I mean, it was corny.
Yeah.
And all that, but it was, it was very Tom Cruise-y.
Right.
So, it was just very Tom Cruise-ian, like a dude out of nowhere is now a god, just out of nowhere.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
But that whole setup, that was supposed to be a whole series of all the monster movies, and that just came out and fell flat on its face.
You never. Yeah, don't ever sit there and say like, okay, we're gonna have our own cinematic universe before you even release the first movie.
Yeah, it's like, dude, worry about making the movie first. Like,
Here, since we talked to Mummy,
pump your brakes.
Dave, if you would, on a scale of rubbish, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and then we have vibranium or platinum, vibranium?
Yeah, platinum, then vibranium.
Then vibranium.
The joke is
how would you rate that movie? The Mummy.
Oh, I guess I'll give it a bronze. Maybe a silver, but
like mediocre.
Mediocre, yeah.
Yeah, there were moments where I got caught up in it because of the action, and I wasn't expecting that to happen.
Okay.
And because of that, it wasn't trash to me. I was just, it was seeing, oh man, this is, pretty fun right now.
Okay.
I can respect that.
Yeah, and then that kind of went away, and then they brought in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
let's try to. We're gonna establish this fucking universe, whether you like it or not.
So here's their version of Nick Fury.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Right. You're gonna lock him in a room with Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise still whoops this dude's behind.
That's what's even stupider. Is like, at least with Iron Man, Nick Fury showed up after the credits.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't sit there and pull the shit in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, hey, by the way, what the fuck? Wait a minute, who are you? All right, now we gotta explain this guy.
So you can see where their head was supposed to be.
Oh, they were trying so hard. They wanted that to work out so bad, and they were even taking like class pictures with all the actors before their movies were. I'm like, calm down. I know everybody wants that Marvel Disney
ain't started
money,
filming, ain't even got a script together.
Oh, yeah.
Just like
you called Johnny Depp just to take a picture. And now his movie's canceled. Now you look like an asshole. All right, that's fine. Whatever, cool. Everybody wants that Disney Marvel money. Totally understandable.
Yeah, it makes sense. They did have a little nod to the original Mummy movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody caught it, but there was a scene where he was in the library and throwing books, and then the book fell on the ground. You know, the one in the original Mummy where they had to unlock with the key.
Okay.
Yeah. They had a quick scene with that, and I was like, oh, okay, a little nod to him. All right. And now back to being, okay.
Right.
So,
You're right. Yeah. Quick jerk of the wheel, and then back to mediocrity. It's right. That's funny. Oh gosh. Well, yeah, man. Welcome. We're glad to have you back, brother.
Man, thank you.
Before we're kind of getting into this, I assume this is what we're going to talk about majority-wise, but I know everybody else can, whatever else you wanted to bring along as well. But Kids See Ghosts, I assume that's what we came here to discuss mostly, but then also I know we had some stuff talking about favorite albums and everything as well, too. But I just wanted to get that out of the way. First
has everybody checked it?
Yeah, has everyone listened to it, first and foremost?
I haven't given my thorough listen yet. I heard some things from it, but I haven't given a huge thorough listen, no.
Okay,
Let me pull the track list up.
All right, yeah, I need to do
BTG?
What album was this?
Kids See Ghosts.
Yeah.
Kid Cudi's and Kanye West's new album.
Oh, no, I haven't listened to it yet.
All right. Now, as far as you haven't listened to it yet, is this due to I haven't got around to it, or is this due to I refuse to listen to Kanye now?
No. Because I listened to the album, the Kanye album, because I needed to know if he was really tripping. Right. So no, I was definitely going. I was planning to listen to it. It just wasn't on like a high priority list type thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I get that.
I listened to Neo. I had listened to Neo instead.
Yeah, I saw that came out this week.
I did too.
But I decided to listen to Kids See Ghosts and I forgot to mention Georgia Smith. She had.
I listened to both of those.
Very nice.
Listened to all of those.
Nice.
And Georgia Smith, I'm still not finished.
Yeah, I've heard a few.
She kind of reminds me of like a Black Sia.
I can understand that. Yeah.
I can roll with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess Sia technically was a Black Sia where you saw her face.
Shut up. You literally slap your knee. I fucking hate you.
Here's a quick question. BTG, are you good on time?
Yes, sir. I got 30 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right. I want to make sure we caution on everybody's time.
Yeah, you know so if like I said, if you wanted to discuss anything else before I know BTG has to leave, please go ahead. If not, we can go ahead and do the Kids See Ghost thing.
Well, actually, as far as if he's got to leave first, then we could probably get into the album discussion now then.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Just on account of it seemed, just depending on his time.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
All right.
That works.
We should probably do the album thing or the albums thing first.
Yeah.
Then Kids See Ghosts.
That works. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm gonna immediately try to deflect this away from me as long as I can.
All right. So as far as
the rules.
Yes.
Rules and structure. So it's top 5, right?
Oh shit.
Is it? I thought it was top 5.
Y'all said 3 last time.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
3.
Is it 3?
Just 3.
Okay.
Today
top
we
3.
can do 1. Today, if we got time, we can do more than. But everybody at least do 1.
Top
of
3?
your.
Okay. Top 3. Possibly just okay. And then this is out of all genres, correct?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. I'm just making sure. Yeah, this is terrifying.
Yes. Because we're gonna do a second part next week.
Okay.
So.
Is anyone confident enough to go first? Just want to throw that out there.
Before I answer to do 3 albums?
Top 3 albums.
3 albums?
No. Okay. You want to just do one?
Round robin it. One round robin.
You want to just do
everybody
one?
drop 1.
Yeah.
Everybody drop 1.
So this will be 3.
Everybody has 3.
This will be your third.
Everybody's picked 3.
I'm saying this will be your third though.
Okay. Start with number 3.
Start with number 3, then work your way up to number 1.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All genres. Everything.
All right. Who's going first?
Now.
Who's going?
That's the difficult thing.
Yeah.
Because
I just want to reconfirm because I thought we were doing top 3 songs, but we're doing top 3 albums, right?
Yes, top 3 albums.
Okay. That I consider art in any genre.
Yes, any genre. Any genre.
All right.
You cool with that? You cool with that?
Does that make it easier?
No, yeah, like for me, man, I got so many albums.
I want to know what the top 3 songs were now. Like, damn.
Oh, I can tell you.
Drop them real quick. Just drop them real quick.
No,
What's
save them.
I just wrote down what came in my head. And what popped in my head was In a Sentimental Mood by John Coltrane and Duke Ellington, Waiting in Vain by Bob Marley, and New York State of Mind by Nas.
Golly. You know what? You just made a new set. That's going to be another topic.
God
like,
damn.
that will be another topic.
That's
you
good.
will be on for sure. Like, oh my Lord.
That's really good.
Fuck.
Yeah,
that was hard. Like I had a whole list of songs and people like that I could come with that are art, considered art. So, but yeah, for albums, I could just give 3 albums I could think of off the top of my head. But yeah,
that's crazy. Let me take a quick look.
This is really hard.
Yes, it is.
This is extreme.
I could roll with For You All Fly, Andre Bocelli. Am I saying it wrong again? Andrea
Bocelli,
Bocelli, I think.
Bocelli.
BOCC.
Boccelli.
Yeah, I think it's Bocelli.
Bocelli, the opera singer. That one.
Okay, most likely it is Bocelli. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That one.
Very nice.
Probably Donnie McClurkin. We Fall Down.
These are songs, right?
That's what he's doing right now.
Okay, all right.
And goodness, if I had to pick a third.
I love the dynamics. Genre-wise.
That one's too hard. Probably Ice Cube. Today I had a good day.
Oh, I thought you were about to say no Vaseline for a second there. I was
Jesus,
like, God dang, that was a huge trip. That was a huge trip.
Ooh, man.
Just because you dropped 3 on us, that I was like, I'm not gonna let you be the only person with just, I dropped 3 with you. But let's go just if y'all want to drop more.
Imagine that on the playlist.
Yeah.
We fall down and skip. Goddamn, now y'all set it off. It's like,
It's like, oh, wait a minute. Jesus, man.
You know what I'm saying?
My mom's in the car.
I got range, man. That's all I'm saying. I got range.
I like that.
You might be in opera. You might be in techno. You know what I'm saying? You might be, talking to a higher power. You might be talking about you didn't have to use your 8K.
Yeah, absolutely.
All valid.
All right. So that was a good amount of stalling. I'm still very much terrified.
All right.
oh, wow. Okay, I could fuck it.
Go first. I don't have a problem with that.
Oh, all right then. All right, I'll go after you.
That's cool. So albums. I see. The first one I thought was Marvin Gaye. What's going on? Marvin Gaye is my favorite artist of all time. Period.
Nice.
And so yeah, anything he did affected me, and the fact that album is still completely relevant to this day. You don't have to change anything on it. And you can put it on right now, and everything he's saying in there still applies, like today, and will apply still in another 20 years, unfortunately.
It is a perfect time capsule album.
Yes. Absolutely.
That is the beauty of that one. It's like a perfect time capsule, like of just where the world was, music, and just like even the emotional range of people in an album.
Yeah, absolutely.
I totally agree. Number 2, just to throw a curve.
Hold on, wait.
Hold up.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Next person.
Save the second.
Oh, okay.
BCG.
Oh yeah, forgot.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, you go ahead.
Okay. Number 3, B by Common.
That's a good one.
And just for the fact that I can just go through the entire list or the entire track list word for word, and it just encapsulated that whole neo soul rap era, and just like that big boom as far as also being alongside like the Kanye production, having not really backing by Dave Chappelle, but just kind of like that big boom with Chappelle's show in that. It just kind of like a perfect little time capsule, it felt like.
Absolutely.
So that's what I have to mark down as number 3 for me.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. With that saying, number 3, I think I'll... Woof. I think I'm going to have to go with NERD Seeing Sounds as my 3rd.
Okay.
That album has so much energy, and it has some of the most like dynamic kind of like shifts between like this hip hop like rock fusion that I love, and I have some of my favorite memories that I have in life are centered around that album and that band. Yeah, I love that album so much. One of the best guitar solos, I think.
Oh, off of it. All Comes Crap. Yeah.
Yeah, All Falls Down,
All Falls Down, Not All Falls Down. It's not called All Falls Down.
No.
I know what you meant.
Sooner or later.
Yes.
But yeah, absolutely. I think that's number 3 for me is Nerd Seeing Sounds.
Nerd.
Yep.
All right. I'm writing all these down.
All right, cool. Who's got nerds?
BTG?
Yeah, I got, speaking of Neo, so I got Neo, Year of the Gentleman.
Very nice.
Yeah. My wife got me hooked on Neo, actually the year we got together, and I avoided listening to Neo for a very long time.
Gotcha.
That picture of him on his stomach, is that what turned you off?
That was 50% of it.
Is that the album with Jupiter? Is it Jupiter Love or Jupiter Ascending? Something like that? Jupiter Love?
No, that's not a Year of the Gentleman. That might be. I'm
at look up the track list.
Which one is that one?
Yeah, I think the one before that is had mirrors in it.
Be Closer, Nobody, Single Man.
Fade into the background or something like that.
Yeah, Fade in the Background is Year of the Gentleman.
Okay.
Oh, that is You're the Gentleman?
Because that's You was a good
Yeah, You're the Gentleman.
Oh, well then.
Yeah, You're the Gentleman. You're the Gentleman was that was actually our first album. I don't know why I'm on this romantic shit right now, but that was definitely our album together. And it was great songs, a great couple of songs. She had the deluxe edition. I didn't really care for that, but
right.
I became an official Neo fan after that, and dug into his old work. I heard his singles here and there, but I really just didn't cling on to it. But after listening to that album, it kind of stuck with me.
Wow,
gotcha. Okay. Very nice.
I'm writing that down now. I'm gonna definitely check that one out.
Yeah.
No question. I like me.
The new album's alright.
All right. Who's next?
Yeah, the new album.
Ooh, I got the last one. So I'm having trouble.
Okay.
With this one. I'm gonna go Daft Punk.
No. Which one?
The issue is it's really a toss up between Alive 2007 and Discovery.
Discovery. Ooh.
So my favorite song of Daft Punk is Around the World.
Yeah. Let's see, mine is
like it's to my core, like that's my favorite song of theirs. I can listen to that happy, sad, wherever, don't matter. But Discovery, it's got like touch it. It's got the
You okay over there?
I got one more time stuck in my head now.
That one's got harder, better, faster, stronger.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Alive 2007. I'm gonna go Alive 2007. I'm gonna do that one.
That's good.
Just because it ranges, like in that sphere, it gives you highs, it gives you lows. Each song is dynamically different. I'm gonna go with Daft Punk. Yep, Alive, 2007.
Okay.
Like if you never heard one, check that out. If it ain't your type of music, then it still won't be your type of music. But you would have heard a couple new songs. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not forcing no music on nobody. Like, hey, we like what we like.
Right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's all that matters.
All right.
Round
back to Dave, right?
Did you?
Round one out.
Oh yeah, you did. You were
I did
after.
three, yeah.
Sorry.
So we should be back to
Dave, it's pressure time, baby. That second one gotta be, You gotta come with
Fire.
Hey, I'm just going with my heart, bro. That's all I can.
That works.
But for number two, it's definitely a curveball album for most people. But it's called Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys.
Wow.
Nice.
That album, I had a friend of mine put me onto that album a few years ago, and he's, kept telling me how amazing this album sounded, and I'm laughing at him while he's talking to me. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then one Thanksgiving, I went down, to see my family on Thanksgiving. I took the train, and I told him I listened to it. And then I listened to it, and I was like, yeah, this is all right. But then I listened to the remastered version of it while I was on that same train.
Yeah. And
I lost my mind. Like, I couldn't believe what I was hearing in there. Like, the music and the instruments are so lush and so loud. And it is like, man, for lack of a better term, it's like a clusterfuck of beauty.
That's good.
You know what?
That's the best description I could ever hear of anything.
Yeah, that's a really good
If you ever describe anything like that, I will listen to it automatically.
That's good.
It is I'm about to buy Tidal again just so I can listen to this.
Just because, just the way you describe the instruments, I'm gonna go listen to it.
Yeah, it's lush. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, man, it's so much going on. Like, it's a rock album with like French horns and
nice.
Actual animal sounds. Like, and watching him. The making of it. There have been movies made about it. There was one recently with John Cusack actually playing Brian Wilson, who's the person who created the album. Yeah, he was a wild dude. Took some LSD, lost his mind, and made this album.
That makes sense.
He also dealt with a lot of mental issues too, which is interesting because people talk about that now today.
Yeah,
it just wasn't made for these times. I want to hear that song.
Oh man,
I want to hear that title of a song like that. I gotta hear
the way you're describing it. I don't know if you've listened to it, but it's. I mean, obviously, it's probably very different, but just as far as like the lush, kind of like crazy instruments, kind of makes me think about Sgt. Pepper's.
Yes. No. Well, that's very, very glad you said that. He made this album because of Sgt. Pepper's.
Okay, that makes
they were in
a response album.
That makes sense. That
made me do it. Force my hand.
That's
right.
Got to do it.
The nerve, the audacity.
Right. Yeah.
The audacity.
Yeah. They were in definite competition with each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was unspoken, but they were in competition. And Brian Wilson, he said he heard that and was like, "Okay, this is crazy," but here go my response to what you talking about.
That's
it
funny. Basically
changed the face of music to the point that Paul McCartney said the greatest song he's ever heard is "God Only Knows," which is from Pet Sounds.
Nice.
He was like, "It's the best song he's ever heard in his life." This Paul McCartney,
right?
You know what I mean? And so that holds a lot of weight, man. But no, it's an incredible piece of work. I'm looking at the album right now. I have the actual wax, and I'm just sitting looking at it now because I have it sitting up in my room, man. But I love this album. I just absolutely love it. It's the sound of it. It's orchestras and strings and man, and the harmonies of them. You know what I mean? Like he used the Beach Boys he used their voices like an instrument.
Yeah.
And it was just the harmonies, man. And I'm a sucker for harmonies and melodies.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it was definitely that. The instrumentation, it was special. It's a special piece of work, man. I definitely recommend it to anybody.
Very nice. Sweet. What you got, Will?
I started realizing the honorable mentions.
Oh God, we could do a week's worth of shows.
Oh man, so I had to kind of do a little battle on what I should label as number 2. Mm-hmm. I was gonna do The Love Below. I was about to do that, but then I thought of something better.
Oh,
from the opposite end of that previous relationship, Baduism by Erykah Badu.
Cool.
Damn it, you took mine. Damn it, you took mine. Oh my goodness.
Yo, right there.
Safe to say we got some votes on that one.
Yeah, that's good. That's
so,
good.
this album is 21 years old.
That's
and I'm looking through it now, and it still holds up.
Yeah,
I play it every week.
That's absurd.
And so
I can't believe it's that old.
Yeah, 97.
Hey, when she came to Louisville, she did that album.
That's ridiculous.
I lost my voice 30 minutes into the show. I heard myself singing on like Snapchat and stuff, and like Instagram, all off key, all off, no voice, hoarse.
Yeah.
And I ain't never been so happy. Like I ain't never just been like, that's amazing. That's up there with my favorite concerts I've ever been to.
Nice.
With my limited noun of concerts, like Jay-Z and her, just for the feel, were two of the biggest that like ever stood out to me.
Nice. Very nice. That's what's up.
That's
very,
dope.
very nice. Well, with that being said, with that one, you can't beat that. My second one. My second one is The National. Trouble Will Find Me.
Oh yeah, you mentioned them.
They're one of my favorite bands, and by going to see them, the year that they came to Louisville around my birthday, I found my favorite band. So they have a weird kind of like association, always special place in my heart because of that. Because one, they're phenomenal. They're from Cincinnati. They're amazing. Sonically, they're all over the place. Dynamic between like horns and their guitar players are ridiculous. Their songs, the way they're written, are perfect, and they're just really good and really good live. But like I said, they spawned I found my favorite band through them because my favorite band opened for them, and I had no idea who they were, and I was actively talking shit about them. Like, I don't want to see this open band. I just want to see the National. Who the fuck wants to see this open band? And then I got there, and I was like, well, I'm just going to be quiet from now on. and I'm going to keep my mouth shut. But, yeah, with that being said, the Nationals' Trouble Will Find Me.
Trouble Will Find Me.
Yeah. Fucking great.
Dope.
Yeah. Sweet. Who's got next?
BTG.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So look, I gotta make this one quick. So I'm gonna say both my second and first one real quick.
Beautiful.
And then I'm gonna have to get out of here.
Yes, sir.
So my second one real quick is Nipsey Hussle Crenshaw album. And the reason why I picked that one because since NWA there hasn't been an artist. Yeah, it was a little bit. It hasn't been an artist to paint the picture of LA in its authentic form, such as he has.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he basically rapped about stuff that I grew up walking down the street, witnessing, being a part of, and things like that. And it made it still relevant and introduced the world to a street called Crenshaw and Slauson.
Nice.
All right.
And then, so that was that.
Nice.
A little bit of bias in there. But my number one is been a classic for a very long time. This is another album me and my wife share. I've searched for not just the song, but this particular artist. I've heard one of his singles on a commercial, and it took me probably about 3 weeks to find it. But that was James Morrison Undiscovered.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
And I can go through that whole album, first track to the last one.
Hell yeah.
Somebody gonna answer that?
Somebody's phone ring? It sounded like a tuba. I was like, what was that?
I think that was a round of applause for that last one.
Yeah, it's funny because like as soon as you said that about Nipsey's album, that immediately made me think about Victory Lap because I really liked that album.
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah. Did we talk? We didn't get a chance.
Yeah, we did. No, we did talk because remember we compared Nipsey's beat selection to like Ross's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they've got that ear, man. It's something about them too. They've got that ear where their fucking beat selection.
I'm gonna listen to this James Morrison album.
Yeah, I need to check that out again. I've listened to it a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, if I have,
it's just something else. That one I could listen to all the way through.
Very nice.
I just got a question. What kind of mood is that album gonna put? Like, do I gotta
get you some wine?
I got a couple bottles.
Pinky out.
Hey, I could say this. Hey, Brent, honestly, same thing with the National album. I said too. Same fucking thing. Definitely get some wine.
So I need to drink 2 bottles? Like,
yeah, you might as well.
Just get a box of wine.
Yeah, you'll
actually I already have one.
Box of wine.
Drink the first one during the James Morrison, and then when you get to the National album, you're gonna want to break the second one up against the wall, probably.
No, sir.
That's probably the way it's gonna work. Trust me.
I'm not breaking no bottles up against the wall. This ain't a ship. I gotta clean up stuff now. This new homeowners thing, man. I gotta act right. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with that being said,
listen. Do not drink and make the same mistake that Chris Brown has made by listening to one gangster rap album and then moving to LA and trying to portray the lifestyle. Don't do that.
No. We already rapped about this. I said I blend in all areas, but I know where I'm an outsider, and when I'm in, like, I'm coming in to visit.
Well,
all right, fellas, I'm out.
BTG, appreciate you, man.
Thanks for being on. I'll let you.
Social media handles, sir.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. BTG for president. Overrun with BTG. That's both of my shows. Please go listen to it. Subscribe to it. I'm not asking. I'm telling you to go do it. At Bailey the Great on Twitter, IG, and wherever else. I'm at probably Facebook and Black Planet. I don't know.
Cool.
Black Planet though, for real.
Appreciate it.
They gonna hit your G spot, man. Watch out.
No lie. Black Planet was Y2 Tay the Don. Very clean, and I'm out.
All right, brother. Peace.
I'll go on that. Peace.
All right. With that being said,
I got it.
Yep.
I got it. Let me. So to close out round 2.
Yep. Fight.
After Nipsey Hussle's album,
no.
I'm gonna throw in the man Big Crit album Catalactica.
Ooh,
okay.
That's a good one.
That'd have been an honorable mention.
The reason why I'm throwing that in there is because this was the album that broke the mold for me listening to Big Crit. A lot of times when I listen to like Southern rappers, like you get the same, and it might be rap in general, like Money Cars Hoes, old schools is more of a Southern thing,
right?
Typically, but this album gave me good features,
right?
With like E40, Wiz Khalifa, Mara Herbie, or I don't know what that name is, Lupe. You got Rico Love. This one gave me like music I can hit the gym with King of the South, Creation, the first song, Life, what is the big one, Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus is like my favorite one off that album.
Yeah.
And then this song, I could introduce some of my like female friends to the album because it had a message. You have Third Eye, where it slows it down in a lot of times I don't feel like people in the rap genre do slow songs well. Like covering a message and making it tasteful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of like
Let Me Fuck You.
Like juvenile, slow, oh, crap.
I wanted a more elegant way of putting that. That was the basic. That's basically anytime a rapper sits there and does a slow song, that's almost always what it is.
Basically, And this one had like Third Eye. It had the joint right before that. Do You Love Me? Its pacing to me is just one of the best pacings of an album. Like each song is layered in a way that transitions to the next one, and you get that feel like, yo, he's spitting, each beat is going, and I never have to next that album.
Right. Very nice.
That's Catalactica for me.
Very nice.
And it gave me one of my best concert moments. Because he came right before my birthday, and my brother bought tickets for me, him, and then some of his homies. We all was out, so I was with the fellas, and they played Mount Olympus.
Cool.
And I felt like I was on stage rapping the song because it was shoulder room, like everybody was like shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
When Mount Olympus came on, nobody was within a foot of me. Everybody gave me my space because I was going in bar for bar, like it. So that's my that's what I put in there. Yeah, number 2. We're going back to the top, or do I need a
world premiere?
Everybody's gone, right?
Yeah, we're good. So we're back at the top.
Gone.
Dave,
I gotta hear
number one.
For my real quick, I'm sorry. I think I said Sgt. Pepper's came before, but actually it was Rubber Soul that inspired Pet Sounds.
Okay.
After Pet Sounds, the Beatles heard Pet Sounds, then they made Sgt. Pepper.
That makes sense. I think I've heard that.
So that's back and forth.
That makes sense.
So it really was a back and forth then. Yeah.
It really was. Yeah, they were going at it, and nice. Wanted to clarify that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, for number 1, this is the first album that popped in my head immediately. It's my go-to album. It's the album I will have on every form of media, no matter what form of media is created.
Okay.
I have it on tape. I have it on CD. I have MP3. I have vinyl. I have every form of this album.
Mm-hmm.
And that's Illmatic by Nas.
Ooh.
Yay!
I have not.
Okay.
Absolutely. I remember everything about when I first heard it. I remember where I was. I remember what I was doing. I remember getting it from my brother. Because, if you had an older brother, you just got all his music. And that way, you know what I mean?
I got it.
Yeah. And I begged him for that album. And I was like, man, just let me listen to it. I won't leave the house. I told him I won't leave the house. I just want to sit down and listen to it. I had to beg him for it. And he let me hear it. And I remember sitting in my living room listening to it. And it felt like I was transported to New York. Yeah. Sitting in the room with Nas, looking out his window about what's going on and what he's seeing and what he's living. I just really had a out-of-body experience at that age. And it blew me away lyrically that this dude at that age was this advanced. And it's rare. And it's hard for me to think of another MC that was that young, that was that advanced. Not dope, but just that advanced.
Yeah.
Men any age are like, Yeah, I feel you, young blood. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
So, Dave, with that song, Illmatic holds a special place for me because that was like one of the first albums I listened to with my big brother, right? And it's up there with Ghetto Dope.
That was a special. That was an important album for people. That's the only Master P album I own. Is Ghetto Dope.
Nice. And I'm right now, like when you brought that, like Ghetto Dope, I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it up there in this collection yet, but like those two hold these like special moments where it doesn't even matter if it's always gonna, that nostalgia factor for those albums for me will always bring up so many pleasant memories, so many like wonderful moments of even being transferred to hell. I remember listening to Ghetto Dope, bars on the windows in the crib, like and we was in there trying to rap every word, like we knew, hell, like I knew what Plan B was. You know what I'm saying? Or Captain Kirk. You know what I'm saying? Like I was rapping about Captain Kirk. Only thing I knew about that album that I understood was Master P makes him say
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so when you said that, it's like, yo, Illmatic and those two, like they're up there in my book. Just like my memory will never taint them. Like no matter if I go back and I hear them now and I'm like, it wasn't as good as I thought it was. Like nope.
Right. Nope.
It'll shut it down. My memory will be like, you tripping? Listen to it again. It's great.
It's just great.
It's great. That's the word for it. And it covered so many things and so many topics, and it never really strayed and it never really lost anything. It just got better and better and better and better. And it's the only time I honestly heard somebody like out rap Nas. Like, well, I was like, okay, I don't want to hear Nas verse. You know what I mean? Like AZ, what AZ did on that was unreal. Iconic, like Nas' verse was cold. I ain't saying it wasn't cold. It was amazing.
But it's AZ's verse that you memorized the most. That was the most memorable, like the best verse in that classic album.
Absolutely.
That's what you know from that album, is that it also has for me the greatest kickoff song on an album I'd ever heard.
Genesis.
State of Mind.
Yeah.
New York State of Mind.
Okay, flipping with a funky rhythm, I'd be kicking.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
I personally think Dr. Dre is the king of kickoff songs.
Oh man.
Like I think Dr. Dre is the king of kickoff songs. He knows how to set off an album with a first song. He will get you hooked. I mean, West Side Story on the Game album.
Goodness.
Dre Day, The Watcher. Like he knows the first song when he hit Gin and Juice. I believe Gin and Juice is the first song, if I'm not mistaken.
Here's my question for you. Do you think this album from Nas that drops next Friday, right?
Yes.
You think it has a chance to touch Illmatic status?
No.
To be that?
No. I don't think anything he will do will touch Illmatic. Even though people love to argue me it was written, which I have no problem arguing because that album is incredible. But for me, there's a hole on it, and for me, there's no holes in Illmatic. None. Like not one hole. There's songs you might say I'm not feeling, but you won't say that it ain't dope.
Yeah,
you know,
I dig it.
It ain't nice. It ain't cold or nothing. Like, and if you're saying that, I'm looking at it like, really? like
can't trust you.
Yeah, you know, I gotta hear what you're hearing. Like, and I don't want to hear what you're hearing, but.
You're fucking up for everybody.
Yeah, right.
That's so
Illmatic by Nas, for me, the greatest hip hop album I'd ever heard, and it's up there with like art and greatest albums. Anytime you can teach this in school. Nice. So yeah, incredible album.
All right, I'm glad you mentioned him on there, so I don't have to put that at number one.
Yay!
All right, so let me go ahead and put this other artist here, someone who's I feel very underrated, very underlooked. I kind of actually, let's see what year this album came out. This was 2014, so around 2012 is where I kind of got introduced to him. It was just kind of like, well, who the fuck is? I thought it was kind of a joke, but as far as his previous work and his lyrics and all that, view him as very underrated. And this number one album of all time that I have on here is Neon Icon by Riff Raff. I'm fucking joking.
Hey,
I'm gonna say yes.
Like, I wasn't even dealing with
yes.
No.
I'm with you and have a conversation.
He just gets a plane ticket, flies down immediately.
No. Fuck that. No, but for real, my actual number one. We are allowed to put soundtracks on here, correct?
Yeah.
Drop it.
Yeah.
What you got?
That's technically an album.
All right. Too bad BTG calls right back after this.
Right.
Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was thinking if I wanted to throw this on mine.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it has what I consider my favorite Prince song on it. So, and I love that album. That album
it's a classic fucking album.
Yeah, it's really
movie like accompanies it too, and just and it's just like this total package. And plus, I have so many good memories associated with the soundtrack, with the movie. When City Peace Country Noise. Yeah. When recording that while sitting there watching Purple Rain on mute, but like in between takes, sit there unmuted, just sit there and watch it. And
absolutely.
Yeah, just like watching this movie on repeat one night, or actually it was a whole weekend. I sit there and watched it on repeat. A bachelor party, we sit there watched it on repeat, or not on repeat. It just happened to be on VH1. It was okay, let's stop the rest of our day to finish this movie, and then we continue the rest of the bachelor party.
Absolutely.
And it was that impactful. It was that fucking important. That movie and that soundtrack. It just there's a couple of there were so many that I wanted to include, but this being top 3. I have to throw Purple Rain in there.
Yeah, no, it's difficult to try to like figure out. That's been the biggest things is like ones that I'm thinking should be 1, and then like, well, I've already said 3 and 2, so I'm like, where the fuck?
And you know, honestly, hell, my list may come back and change. I may throw an Aquemini in there, or I may throw Love Below or something shit. Or,
absolutely.
But no, it's just as far as if on the spot, them 3. I can come back to those at any point in time.
Absolutely. Cool.
Great choice.
So, with that being said, I'll have to throw this. I think I was going to do another one, but I will. I'm going to shift a little bit. But
I actually had to look up Riff Raff's discography to figure out what it was.
That's really good.
Just to make this joke work.
So,
which I actually did listen to Neon Icon. He surprised me, but fuck no. It's top 3. No.
So, with that being said, mine, I'll have to put this one on there because I remember this one pretty much carrying me through first year of college and being one of the first vinyls I ever bought myself. I don't even know if you know which one I'm talking about, though, because there's so many albums that like I listened to then. But this one in particular, No. This is I mean it's perfection when I think of hip hop, just because 1, it involves musicians. You're stupid.
No, it's just it's like I already know I'll see through the envelope before you reveal it for the award. It's just
as far as musician, like it's whenever I think hip hop, like I want live musicians. I want dynamic instrumentation and stuff. So, and this just has a grit and struggle like tone to it that I love, and that's The Roots, How I Got Over. and I mean it's just front to back. I mean just looking at like through the track list to like Don't Feel Right, Here I Come, Long Time, Clock with No Hands, Atonement, Breathe. I remember having the live version of that album and listening to that like nonstop. And it was always a big kind of like driving thing whenever we did like the country noise stuff. Yeah. Because I was like, listen to the crowds responding to these songs. Yeah. That's what I want. That was the big inspiration behind like, we need bandmen. We need instruments. Like when I listen to something else, like whether it be at the time, I was listening to all kinds of fucking weird shit. But when I listen to something else, like just like a normal, like just like your whatever regular hip hop song, sampled hip hop song, and I'm not saying that begrudgingly or anything, but then when I listen to like full band, Quest on the drums, like that with Black Thought's lyrics, it's ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't want to use a wireless microphone because of Black Thought. You never catch like I never use a cordless. or stand to play. Like it's so good. It's ridiculous. And that's not even. And then, even with their discography, there's probably 5 or 6 more you can grab too and be like, this one's pretty close, which is stupid. But
wow.
yeah, I love that album so much.
Yeah, you brought back a lot. I was just sitting here thinking about it. As soon as you said it, the very first song on the album pops in my head, which is "Walk Alone."
Yeah.
And I remember I was zoned completely out to that song, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, this is just unbelievable!" Even the title track, "How I Got Over," man. Like you can play that. You can play that music in a church. You know what I'm saying? It has a real gospel feel to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, Fonte all over. I mean, if that's Blue, like, yeah, man, that's an incredible album. It really is.
Yeah, that's great. But yeah, so that's my number one. Brent, what you got last?
BTG wants an honorable mention.
Okay.
Should we allow it?
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Sure. Ryan Leslie.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The Transition album.
Oh.
Somewhere Fuquan is just woke up like out of a cold sweat. Just somebody said Ryan. He's a huge fan.
Yes, absolutely.
Huge fan of Ryan Leslie. Absolutely.
Part of the fan club and everything, like the actual literal fan club.
Yeah. Only thing I think about when I hear Ryan Leslie is next election. That beat just drops. That's the thing that immediately pops into my head.
So Transition, not the debut album.
Yeah.
No, Transition album.
Okay.
Sweet. That was BTG's honorable mention.
Cool. Brent, what you got?
Now, while we're talking about Transition, this is perfect segue into my album of choice.
Okay.
Because we all, I'm not gonna say we all, but I think at some point in life, everybody wonders about that transition from to the pearly gates of some sort, or what happens afterwards, even if you believe in whatever you believe or nothing at all. What happens afterwards? And that song is found on, for me, that song is Stairway to Heaven.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Thought you were
and that's
Crossroads by Bone Thugs and Harmony for a second.
See? It was a bait and switch.
That's a good album, too.
It was a bait and switch. All right. So the OJ's Family Reunion album.
Nice. Very good.
And the reason I'm going with that one is that song's got Unity, Family Reunion, She's Only a Woman, Living for the Weekend, Stairway to Heaven, You and Me, I Love Music. And this album, musically to me, comes at 2 different ways. It comes at 2 different things. Like, this album will always bring up a memory of when I first learned how to shoot pool.
Nice.
And like days and nights, like sitting around a pool table, watching the old heads shoot pool and trying to teach me this, and seeing the hustlers bust people for money, and also spades.
Webb's got something stuck in his head.
I'm just picturing you reminiscing this while wearing them damn leather sandals.
Like the barbecue joints?
The barbecue joints, yeah.
Oh man. He's about to
rubbing. You ain't even got a beer gut yet, but you sitting there just already just rubbing on it while you sitting there talking about it.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Hey man. Stairway to Heaven is my all-time favorite OJ song.
That's absolutely.
Good. And the vibe of just that song is one of those that, like, I feel like everybody has a song that touches them in a way, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mine's is like Stairway to Heaven and Bum Bum Bum. His Eyes is on the Sparrow.
Okay.
Like, I hear them, it's gonna hit me some way, right? Okay. But this song reminds me of happiness. I mean, this album reminds me of just like pure happiness, or just happiness in general. And like watching the family play spades, like a family reunion, everybody coming together, putting down the spades, dominoes, and shooting pool. And for me, it's a throwback album. I was thinking of, like, you know, your Off the Walls, your Ghetto Dopes, like some albums out there. Even Usher's Confessions. But I wanted to go with something different. So the OJs, this album probably cemented them as my favorite group, male group.
Very nice.
And yeah, that's all I got for that.
Cool.
All right.
Now, do we want to go ahead and do, like we said, Kids See Ghosts real quick? We've got
couple minutes before the
we've got 23
show
minutes before Microsoft goes on
for E3.
And I'm so excited right now.
Was there another topic before the
Dave,
Kids See Ghosts?
You haven't listened to it all the way, right?
I haven't, no.
Okay.
Well, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
What do you think?
I say we good for today.
Okay.
It's just 7
Want to do it?
Fuck it.
All
Yeah,
right,
it's real quick. We've got like 22 minutes. We should be fine. We can knock it out.
Yeah.
And besides, because think about it, when we do the big 100th episode extravaganza, when the fuck are we gonna do it in the air?
Oh, we don't.
I'd rather that just be shenanigans, just downright ridiculous, off-topic shenanigans.
Hey,
okay,
we're gonna be recording live too. It's gonna be all airing live. Like this, it's gonna be shenanigans.
So,
that sounds awesome.
Okay, now with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out the way because there's a little bit of a setup here, at least for me, the way I experienced this album.
All right.
Kid Cudi to me has always been somebody who's been very straightforward, and you've always heard his pain. He's always talked about the fact that he's dealt with depression. I mean, we've heard it from Kanye too. But I definitely feel one of the things that happened that was right in this album, at least, is that Kanye took the back seat to Cudi and let Cudi kind of like have the forefront.
Absolutely.
Now, with that being said, this album was experienced to me in a very kind of interesting way because the same day that it came out, Anthony Bourdain was found dead after he killed himself. He's one of the main reasons I decided to get in front of a camera or behind a camera, period. Love his stuff. It's just amazing because the way he constantly was able to bring anybody together through food, and I love to eat, we know this, and just relate to anybody was a very awesome thing. And it was very sad to see him basically to succumb to the demons that he had. Now, with that being said, with this album, something that was very interesting that happened that immediately made it better, but not in a disingenuous way, is Cudi sounds more positive and more optimistic on this album than I think I've ever heard. He sounds happier. He sounds like literally one of the songs is I'm moving forward.
Yeah.
And it repeats it like 1,000 times. So hearing, like, going through that of seeing somebody that you looked up to, like Anthony Bourdain, basically like succumb to their depression, and then seeing somebody else that you know has struggled with depression seem more positive on the other end of it.
Yeah.
Made this album that much more enjoyable. So I will go ahead and say that now. I am very high on this particular project because of that, and because I think it's really good too.
Right.
Now, with that being said, who's that? Somebody's really loud. Somebody's got static. Is that you, bro?
That was BTG.
You came back
in real quick just to say that I came in just to say Off the Wall was way better than the Prince Purple Rain soundtrack. That's all I wanted to say. I am angry.
Yo, have you been on here this whole time?
No, he hadn't been on this whole time. He probably felt it like a spider. It was like a spider sense. He heard somebody say Purple Rain and he came back. Damn it! And he just disappeared again. Damn it! All right. Damn it, BTG.
That is the damn greatest troll moment
So
that we've had.
He just pulled a Kramer. He just slid into the apartment, said some shit, confused Jerry, and then bounced.
I'll get him back. Don't you worry, I'll get him back.
Now, with that being said, that was excellent. I love it so much. All right, now with that being said, what did you guys think about it?
All right, going through it now, as far as the track list and things of that nature. Once again, I'm loving. If you don't have anything more than 7 tracks, or if you don't have anything more than what you need to get across, get it out there, keep it short, succinct, keep it simple. And that's definitely exactly what they had going on here. And I loved like one of the jokes. Well, it wasn't really a joke. Which track was it? Where it was just kind of like where they cut like this audio of James Brown sitting going like, 2 songs, like no more than 3 minutes.
Oh, you know, he said, hey, you would take that, you loop it a couple of times, it'd be 2.5, 3 minutes. That's all you really need to make a song, man.
Yeah.
It just goes off.
And I thought that was just kind of funny how that seems like the main takeaway for all these projects that have been coming out for these Fridays.
Yeah.
Going back to it, especially listening to stuff like that, like the Cuddy montage, fucking absolutely just awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's fucking awesome. Especially as to end it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Stay Strong, what you're sitting there talking about at that part, and just I didn't know what to expect from this because this is actually technically the first full project I've listened to that includes Cuddy.
Okay.
And it was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to sit there and get into like super like. It's either one thing with him. It's like either super really depressing or that it's just he gets a little too crazy with the humming.
Yeah.
But this like that humming is actually just.
Perfect.
Fucking perfect.
Exactly.
It's like its own instrument, and it's just like there were memes and stuff talking about that humming.
Yeah. It was like as soon as you hear the hums are reborn, like it was just like a single tear.
I didn't expect to be blown away by somebody fucking humming, but here we are.
That's his thing.
And with as far as just that whole, like you adding context to this, like I already had my mind made up as far as the rating, but as far as you adding the context to it helps. But as far as keeping it short, keeping it succinct, and just taking you on a journey, like staying with a theme, and just kind of like going through kind of an emotional journey, with this album. Long story short, I would give this a gold.
Yeah,
and this is definitely something that I could actually see myself coming back to. Way more than Ye, way more. Actually, to an extent, I could probably see myself coming back to this more than Daytona.
I would too, absolutely.
And I can actually say for a fact that I definitely enjoyed Daytona.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think this caught me off. This caught me off guard. This caught me by surprise as far as this album. Because I haven't really for real listened to Cuddy. I didn't really know what to expect, and so coming in with a blank slate, so to speak, helped a lot.
This was one that when I went into it, I was the most excited about this one.
Yeah.
Because I knew.
Yeah, you were.
Absolutely. I knew what Cuddy could do as far as like making it different and trying weird stuff and like kind of like trying stuff that could work out in the end. Not just trying stuff for the sake of trying it, but trying it because it has a artistic purpose. Like the song we got with Mos Def's on this motherfucker out of nowhere. Like that completely threw me out, and I love that beat because it's
Does he go by Mos Def or did he go by Yasin?
See, I don't know. I haven't seen anything credits wise. I just see Spotify where it just gives you the fucking song title.
Okay, he went by. So far, it looks like he just went by Mos Def on Kids He Goes.
Nice. So. Okay. And I love that beat because that beat's that beat's almost like Phil Collins esque on that song, which is very different, very weird, but it fits perfectly. But yeah, Brent, what did you think?
So I'm kind of disappointed I didn't hear it like you all heard it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this album another listen.
Okay.
Right now I'm sitting at silver.
Okay.
Not because I thought anything was bad on it, because while listening to this album, not too much like caught me and was like, oh, I need to sit down and pay attention to this.
Right.
So I can listen to this album and it can be like background noise. And I don't mean this in a negative way. Like, I mean this like, I could listen to this album and go do whatever task I needed to do and focus still on the task. Like, it's not like my mind will be like, oh, that album finished. Oh, okay. Let me find something else.
Right.
Right. And after hearing you all's like take on this, like I'm gonna give it another listen because like maybe I just wasn't in the right space and everything to hear this album or for it to speak to me the way it will. So for me, it was a decent album. It was solid production. The songs, led to each other nicely, things like that. Like I don't have any like negative of this album. But when this album was over, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go listen to Neo now.
Right. Yeah, nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I don't want to knock the album because like it just didn't resonate that way with me like it did you all. So I'm gonna have to go with a silver.
Yeah.
But not because it was bad. It's just like I can't give it bronze because it wasn't trash. Like it wasn't like it. And I'm not gonna
mediocre.
Give it trash because it wasn't like
bad.
Like trash. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This was a solid album. Just
absolutely.
I'm not a huge Kid Cudi fan though.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So a second listen might let me like level the playing field and be like, okay, no biases, take it for what it is. These 7 tracks, again, these 7 tracks are still too short. I guess I'm getting used to them.
Yeah.
But I do like, if you ain't got much to say all you got to say, keep it short and sweet, get in and get out.
Absolutely.
I do like that with an album. I do respect that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a silver.
Okay.
Because I listened to some other albums and was like, cool, I'm vibing with them a little bit more.
Yeah.
This, I will agree that I did think while listening to it, this was the most like undepressing I heard Kid Cudi.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely.
And I was like, you know what? If this is gonna be the newest, like newer version of him, like musically, like his sound, I probably will give Kid Cudi more chances.
Yeah. And let me just say this, like I've never been like a huge like Kid Cudi like fan.
Part of his fan club, man.
Yeah, but I've always been one that have like appreciated is like kind of what he's been doing artistically and everything, and kind of kept my eye on him, but then haven't been like super. But then every once in a while, there's been like some songs that I absolutely like love and adore. Now with that saying, like the way you said, the way you experience this album, I can think it kind of like plays perfectly into like what we've talked about completely today, which is with our favorite albums and everything too. It's like the albums that not even the albums that we put on our list of top 3, and I'll say this in closing, but the albums that while we were trying to come up with our top 3 that were in the back of our mind, the kind of albums that we had experiences with that we feel almost compelled to put higher because of the experiences. Like I thought about All Eyes on Me because that was the first album I ever owned because it was given to me by my older sister. I thought about Trap Music by T.I. It was the first album I ever spent money on.
Yeah.
The first bootleg I ever bought was
allegedly.
was
At the Roots.
Yes, absolutely. Was Jill Scott.
Huh.
LL Cool J.
Really?
Yeah. And those, I bought those, and I had them for the longest, but as far as like actually going to a legitimate place, allegedly, and buying an album, Trap Music was the first one I ever actually spent my money on, because when I heard Rubber Band Man, I just had to have it.
Yeah.
It was the funniest thing. But those are the things I think with music, where a lot of times when we do this, as we go through these albums, as we keep getting fed these very interesting, different experiences with these 7-track albums, it's not that we're at any point in time, unless we outright say it's trash, it's more about us talking about the experiences we had around the albums, more so than just us playing high and mighty and judging these albums.
Oh, I will judge your album.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will judge your album.
But
I'll tell you straight up, anybody that I'm friends with, you make music and you let me hear it.
Yeah.
You asking me to, and you're like, hey, tell me your honest thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts, good or bad.
A scarf comes out from the sky while Brett grabs it, wraps around his neck while he reviews your shit.
But yeah,
let me talk to you. First out, your first track, it was trash.
Right.
Beats is banging. The hooks didn't. Your lyrics didn't.
Your lyrics was trash. Yeah.
Gangsta Look did it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it because y'all would. Keep going.
With that being said, though, that's I think what our biggest thing is, we enjoy music and we love talking about it, and we love having those experiences because we get to share those with each other and with you guys. So as always, tell us what you thought about Kids See Ghosts. Give us your top 3. You suck already because you got a lot more time to think about it, but let us know what your top 3 albums are. And that's all genres. And then we're going to, of course, come back to this more. We'll revisit it, of course, if anything shifts. I had a really internal struggle trying to figure out some way, or if I wanted to put To Pimp a Butterfly in the top 3 because I adore that album. But guys, let us know what you guys think. As always, where can they find us?
At OAF Discussions on Twitter and Instagram. Any questions, comments, or concerns that you have that you don't want in the comments section, by all means, shoot that to oafdiscussions@gmail.com, oafdiscussions.com, so you can catch all the links in case I'm speaking too fast for you. You could replay this. I don't know what the hell you're going through right now. Social media handles, everybody.
Yep.
Big Dave.
At Ball Sports on Twitter and Instagram. Check out our show, BAWL, at ballsports.com. We're also on Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play, and we're recently just got put on Spotify. So we're on there also.
Very nice, very nice.
Quick
Ball and
question.
Ball on Bulls.
Beautiful.
Check us out.
Quick question.
Sure.
Do you listen to battle rap or watch battle rap?
Yeah, I do. Yes.
You do battle rap?
No, I thought you said, do I listen to it?
Oh, okay. So every time I hear the bow, that's all I think of is like Jack Boy Maine and New Jersey Twerk and like all them cats from URL. Like every time they do the gunshots, same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's all I keep thinking of.
I thought you to battle rap. I thought you wanted to get one in right quick. I thought
wait,
Yo,
you do this right now?
talking about to lay this down.
Enough's enough. I'm on some other stuff. I put
Brett,
these guns down.
What's your handles?
Spray you with the llamas.
Yeah.
Brett, what's your handles?
Shoot, I forgot. Oh, if you want to find me battle rapping, talking that shit, in or off the court.
God.
No, I'm not sliding in any DMs. Hell, I might be. Fuck it, I might be shooting shots this week. I don't know.
Right
I'm
on.
feeling like I don't need no more practice no more. Wait, what? What I miss?
Nothing.
Wait. Damn, I gotta listen to this episode just to hear this slander at the end. But you can find Legendary Shogun at LLCoolB22. That's LLCoolB22. That's practically all platforms. If you're on Black Planet still, I'm the boy wonder. Yeah, holler at me there.
Very
all
nice.
right. And
cool.
Shit.
I'm at K and Kid Swift on Twitter. I'm at future_ASC on Instagram. Like I said, I'll be dropping some more information soon about my house project. Hopefully you guys enjoy it when it comes out. And lastly,
Web859 on Twitter, web.859 on Instagram. Catch this webbing on Black People Meet. Now I'm fucking with you.
That's
yes,
boy.
Tiger Woods.
Nah, I kid for somebody to sit there and make a fake account on my account for me.
Hey.
It's like, no.
catch this webbing.
I told somebody I was on Christian Mingles and I was Paul to Saul. Oh no, Saul to Paul.
Oh,
like 32.
spare
Saul,
the rod.
Yeah, yeah. Saul to Paul 32.
That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? So
Cool.
Yo.
But
catch
yeah,
that webbing.
with that said, guys, we will see you guys next time. We appreciate you guys coming to hang out with us. Go enjoy E3. Peace.
Episode 99.
Y'all the real MVPs.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been OAF Discussions. Please listen to us on Podbean, iTunes, Google Play now, Stitcher, audio episodes on YouTube as well. And so that's all we have today. Thank you very
guys.
much for listening, and you enjoy the rest of your day.
Appreciate it. Peace.
There we are. OAF Discussions Pioneers.
Quickly.
Confirmed.
Make the meme and then put the big thing on there with the stupid little graphic like every other goddamn internet comedian does. We got to get these views, baby.